Hello and welcome to the Crag. On today's episode, we're in Vratsa and we're looking at the small sector known as the Big Hole. Vratsa is the mecca of Bulgarian climbing, as in it's got a grand scale, it's got plenty of multi-pitch routes, alpine route, trad routes and sport climbs. To give you a scale of how much climbing's in Vratsa, there's only 2 guidebooks for the entirety of Bulgaria, and these both are focused on Vratsa. So you have the Vratsa Guidebook 2014 and the Vratsa Guidebook 2020. Both are valid. The newest version is a better buy because it has more routes in it. However, the 2014 is still a valid choice as well. On today's episode, we're just going to look at a tiny sector of it, known as the Big Hole. The Big Hole is ideal for doing hard sport climbing. To get to Vratsa, it's very straightforward. You can go by car, bus or train, but we definitely recommend that you go by car, as it makes it a lot easier to access all different crags here. Vratsa is a less than 2-hour drive from the capital city of Sofia, making it ideal if you want to go to Sofia for a day break, or if you want to go somewhere else to train really hard. So to get to the Crag, the Big Hole, just follow the road after the red square. You'll get to a fork. Remember to take the right at the fork. You're going to follow the road again, and you're going to come to a steep turn. At the steep turn, it's going to cut to the left. You're going to take this small lay-by on the right-hand side, and it opens up, and this is the car park to the Crag. When you begin your walk, you'll see there's a fork in the road. Remember to take the right-hand side, that goes to the Big Hole. If you go left, that goes to the small hole, which you can see currently behind me. So let's continue on to the Big Hole. As you continue up the path, you'll get to a second fork in the road. Stick to your left, and you're going to follow the steep path up. Follow this path, and you'll arrive at the Big Hole. You'll see centre roofs. On the left-hand side, you can see the centre roofs of their harder climbs. On the right, you can see a couple of their easier climbs. But this is definitely not a crag for beginners. The easiest climb in the Crag is a 5C, and there's only 3 climbs in the Crag that are below 7A. To give you an example, Geronimo, which is the typical warm-up of the Crag, is a soft 7A. With the Big Hole, we recommend that you don't take small children or expensive equipment, as there's a lot of scree in the road and it's very easy to fall. We discussed in previous episodes that snakes are common in Bulgarian climbing areas. Vratsa is no exception. If you see a snake, remember to keep your distance and stay safe. If you want to stay in the city of Vratsa, we definitely recommend staying in the Alpine Hut. It's located in the centre of the Vratsa Gorge. It's 10-11 at night, and if that's too expensive, you can definitely camp. If you drive to the parking for the Crag, you can camp here. If it gets far too noisy, you can follow up the road. You see a lay-by. Walk up the steps, you can see a gazebo, a couple of trees. This is ideal camping location in Vratsa. Regarding supplies, we definitely recommend getting some before going to the Big Hole. The Big Hole has no fresh water or food, so we recommend going to the Red Square in Vratsa. In the Red Square in Vratsa, you have a restaurant, you have the supermarket, right next to a cash machine, and if worse comes to worse, you have a pharmacy. The Red Square is located next to the roundabout that takes you to the Vratsa Crags. When parking in the Red Square, just watch out because parking rules do apply. Remember to park in front of the shop, just so you don't get any unwanted fights. For fresh water, if you cross the street from the restaurant, you can see a fresh water tap. And if you want some variety from staying in Vratsa, we definitely recommend the pizzeria. It's a couple of streets away from the Red Square. The food is cheap, the food is good, and it's ideal for something after you finish climbing. If you need climbing supplies, Vratsa has one climbing shop called Vratsa, and it's located in a very cool place. The shop itself is in an industrial zone. The shopkeeper is very nice and very helpful. It's definitely a memorable climbing shop. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe if you want social support. See you next time.